This isn't a prank or some weird internet challenge. I'm sharing this because I'm honestly scared. If something happens to me after this, I need people to know the truth. My name is Jake. I live alone in a one-bedroom apartment in Chicago. What I'm about to tell you happened over the past 2 weeks, and it's completely real. It started when I heard a knock from inside my wall. At first, I thought it was just the pipes. Old building, right? But it kept happening. At exactly 3:17 a.m. Just a faint knock, knock. Not random, rhythmic. Like someone was signaling. I started recording it just to prove I wasn't crazy. And one night, the knock came with something new, a whisper. I put my ear to the wall. I couldn't believe it, but I heard someone say, "Help me." That's when I got freaked out. I called the landlord the next day and asked if anyone lived in the unit next to me. He said, "That apartment's been empty for over a year." I pushed, asked to check it out. He finally gave in and we opened it together. Empty. Dust on the counters, no furniture, nothing. But then I noticed one wall in that apartment didn't match the floor plan. It jutted out like a boxed-in corner. I asked about it. He shrugged it off. Said it was probably an old duct or support beam. That night, the knocking started again. I couldn't take it anymore. I knocked back. Same rhythm. And it answered me. I decided to do something reckless. I got a stud finder and checked my own apartment's wall. Sure enough, that section was hollow. 2 days later, when my landlord was out of town, I brought in a friend who does construction. I told him I was doing repairs. We opened the wall. What we found still makes my skin crawl. Behind the drywall was a hidden room. No doors, no windows, just a 6x6 cell. In the corner was a filthy mattress, a metal bucket, some torn blankets, and scratch marks, hundreds of them. On the walls, the ceiling, and in the center of the room, a camera, pointed at the wall. The camera was old, analog, but it was connected, wired into something. We traced the cable and found it led into the floorboards. I reported it to the building. The landlord swore he had no idea. Police got involved. They cleared the space, but didn't find anything that could ID who was in there or how long they were watching me. But here's where it gets worse. 2 nights after the police sealed the hole, I got a letter under my door. No name, no return address. Just 6 words typed, "Why did you let them in?" I tried to play it cool. Told myself it was just some sick prank. But things started moving in my apartment. Keys would be in the freezer. The shower would turn on by itself. I installed a hidden camera in my living room. What I saw made me almost throw up. At 2:11 a.m., the night after the letter, a figure emerged from the hallway. Pale, gaunt. They walked up to the camera, looked straight into it, and whispered, "This isn't over." Then walked back into the wall. I moved out that week. Didn't take anything with me. I don't even live in Chicago anymore. But here's the thing. 2 days ago, in my new apartment, I was unpacking. I opened a box that should have just had clothes. But inside was that letter. Same 6 words, same paper. I burned it, but I keep hearing the knocks again. Same time, 3:17 a.m., every single night. I don't know if I'm going insane or if I'm being followed or haunted. I don't want money or clout or subs from this. I just want people to know, if you hear a knock and no one's there, don't knock back.